Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the industry launch of the soy-fed product label. I'm your host, Chaitanya Rathi. Thank you to each one of you for registering and joining us for this industry-wide launch. We are very excited to have you all here. A very warm welcome to our industry experts who will be enlightening us with their views and thoughts on the need for feed labels in India as we launch our country's first ever voluntary feed label. The pandemic has changed everything in the last 1.5 years. The way we connect, the way we live, the way we interact, and the way we work. The pandemic also has had some positive effects. It made us more conscious about our mental, our spiritual, and our nutrition needs. As much as we would have loved to have you all physically present for this launch, but keeping in mind the government regulations and to ensure your safety, here we are connecting with you virtually. We promise to make this an evening to remember. Today, we have an esteemed panel with us. We have Rashida Wapiwala, founder of Label Blind. Label Blind is the first Nutritech product service from the Nutrition Alchemy. They are inspired by the vision of a healthier India, where citizens are empowered to make informed and mindful choices of what they eat. We also have with us Dr. Pawan Kumar, Project Manager at US Soybean Export Council. We have with us Kavita Devgan, nutritionist, health writer and author. And we also have with us Varun Reddy, CEO of Sneha Farms. Sneha Group is a benchmark for poultry processing in India. With 3+ decades of legacy, it's made Sneha a household name. They recently won the Most Trusted Nutrition Brand Award at the Times Business Awards Hyderabad 2021. Anchoring the panel discussion will be Dr. Suresh Itapu, nutraceutical expert, Director, Nutritech India. But before we commence, I would like to bring to the forefront some startling facts that have just come up in the recent research by Right to Protein with Nielsen IQ on labels and feed. Like almost more than half of India consumes poultry, meat and fish weekly or occasionally. And out of that, over 80% non-vegetarian Indians confirmed that they check the labels on the products before buying them, which is a good sign. Let's take a look at a short video that takes us through these latest findings. Can we have the video, please?
According to statistics, almost more than half of India consumes poultry, meat and fish weekly or occasionally. But do we really understand what we eat? This insight motivated Right to Protein to embark on a journey to understand the knowledge, perceptions and practices of non-vegetarians in India. Conducted by Nielsen IQ, with over 1,000 responses across 16 cities aged 18 to 45, the India Food to Feed study brings forth insights on non-vegetarian protein foods and the knowledge about what our food is fed. And here's an exclusive sneak peek into what we found out. A whopping 80% Indian non-vegetarians read labels on food items. Moreover, 90% Indians feel that feed labels will help them choose their products better. However, 65% Indians are unaware that the feed of the animal helps humans receive better nutrition. Simply put, they are unaware that they are what their food is fed. Around 50% strongly agree that soy helps to improve the protein content in non-vegetarian food items, but are unaware of how much is actually needed. And half of the population surveyed revealed that they are likely to purchase poultry, meat and fish food items that are soy-fed. More about our food habits and feed knowledge. Stay tuned.
Wow, these are indeed some helpful insights on non-vegetarian habits in India. Like, I was the most surprised by the fact that 65% Indians are unaware that they are what their food is fed. Well, I would consider myself too in that 65%, but now I know better after seeing this video. And with these facts and figures, I would like to start by asking Kavita and Rashida on their thoughts about the need for a feed label in the country with respect to these findings. Can we have Kavita and Rashida on the screen, please? Yes, welcome to both of you. So, Kavita, what are your thoughts about the need for a feed label in this in India?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be part of this absolutely amazing panel. This is a very, very important occasion. And I'm really glad that I'm part of this initiative, actually, I would call it, where we're launching a very important label. We are what we eat. This a lot many people already know. But frankly, now it's time to educate everybody that we are also what we eat has been fed. And this label, I feel, will be a big step in that direction. Frankly, because I feel that the consumers need to make more informed decisions and they need tools for that. And what better tool than this label? This video and in fact the whole study that I've seen, I've read the whole, the statistics that the study has thrown out. They are amazing, really. The study conducted by Right to Protein with Nielsen has thrown up some very, very interesting facts. And they're all pointing in this direction that education going forward is the key. Nielsen has thrown up, Nielsen study has thrown up some rather heartening facts as well. I would frankly like to say that I get a feeling from this survey that, the consumer today is ready to demand its share of health. And for that, they want the right information from the food companies. So whoever follows this path or this thinking of the consumer, I think will do well in the future. Let me just put it as bluntly as that. And others might just perish. Because even in my practice, I see the difference now in how people approach food. It's no longer we eat whatever is available or whatever suits our palate. The health quotient of the food has definitely come in the picture. And that I think is a very, very heartening development. I personally feel this is the future. We've been moving towards it for a long time. And fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, I think the pandemic has hastened it for us, particularly in our country, our market. Some of the statistics from the study that I really do feel have really caught my interest. I thought I'll just pinpoint a few of those. One is this, that 80%, a whooping number of non-vegetarian Indians which were surveyed, say that they read the labels of the food items. And overall, 90% Indians feel that the feed labels, the ones that we are launching today, will help them choose products better. Perfectly heartening, the fact that people are now ready for us. This tells us that people are now ready for us. Around 80% Indians across all cities, so many cities the survey was done, so this is almost pan-India in its reach, I think, and which is wonderful, strongly agree that the feed is given to non-vegetarian food items should be specified or highlighted on the package. So people want that kind of minute information now. So people, the industry, not people, have to be ready to give it to the people. Now this one I found a bit of a downer, literally, that the majority of Indians, a little more than half of them, that is about 55%, feel that the feed is important only for the nutrition of the animal and the quality of the food. But 65% are unaware that the feed of the animal helps humans receive better nutrition. So I think this connect, the direct connect between the feed, the poultry, and our health. I feel a lot more education needs to be done still. Just launching the label, frankly, I think will not be enough. People need to be really, really told this direct connect and made aware, literally, of the importance of it. So I think this study and this launch today is a wonderful, start. I would say I would literally like to put it as a start. The battle is definitely not won, but we are on the right path, I feel. Now, this one also I want to just point out, half of the population surveyed say that they're likely to purchase poultry, meat, and fish food items that are soy-fed. half are already there, but you still have 50% more to win. And majority of them are likely to purchase soy-fed non-veg food items from supermarket, about 53%, and online platforms, about 52%. Most Indians will buy soy-fed chicken, meat, or fish, and the majority of them will purchase them with the feed label. So I think we are all on the right path, definitely. And we just need to keep at it. So congratulations for the launch today and best of luck.
Thank you, Kavita. As you said, I think awareness is the key, and this is exactly what we are going to do with the launch of this label. All right, let's now move on to Rashida. Rashida, what are your thoughts on the need for a feed label in India?
Chaitanya, good evening, and good evening, everyone tuning in, and thank you, RTP, for bringing such an important topic to the forefront and literally having a dialogue around it. Much needed, and my congratulations to the initiative. Food labeling is such an effective tool that protects consumer health in the terms of food safety, in the form of nutrition, and along with the global trade shifting from a traditional face-to-face to being more dynamic and more interactive, there is a complete difference in the way a producer and a consumer are interacting today. So there is a need of creating food labels that are more conversational, that are more transparent, more clear, literally dynamic, and of course can be trusted, right? Now, food labels are tricky to understand, no doubt about that. And also as a consumer, when we are buying our groceries, we literally don't have too much time to read each label and then pick our grocery. However, consumer choice is extremely important when it comes to, and knowing what nutrition information you need to look at the pack becomes extremely imperative to make the best choice for health. Front of pack labeling, not a very new discussion of late in the world, but pretty much taking speed and taking gaining momentum in India. Front of pack labeling refers to nutrition labeling systems present on the front side of the label of the food pack. And FOPL systems are usually based on nutrient profiling systems, models that consider a bunch of nutrients that are critical to health, the quantity in which they are present in the food, and the RDAs of the consumer who are about to consume them. Now, the objective of any front of pack label is to inform the consumer in a very simple, fast, quick manner about the particular composition of the food product or a particular nutrient that needs to be highlighted in the packaged food. Two probable kinds of front of pack label. One is where nutrient, which are more indicative in nature around nutrients, a bunch of nutrients that you want to draw attention towards, like a fat, sugar, salt. And the second type are summary labels. Now, these summary labels are nothing but symbols, words, logo units on the front of pack, which depict the healthfulness of a packaged food product. Now, summary labels are far more popular, easier to comprehend, like our veg, non-veg logo, like an organic logo, a fortified logo. And in a split second, the consumer is able to literally choose a more nutritious product over the others. Now, in a constant fight against fat, sugar, salt, we often tend to forget the critical requirements of protein, and the intake of which is abysmally low in a country like ours, despite of a lot of us being non-vegetarian in nature. And this is posing a threat to our health, our productivity. Now, while we are consuming animal meat products as a source of protein, we often tend to forget, or we are not aware that the large part of poultry, meat, fish, they're all fed grain-based meals, right? So definitely there is a certain deficiency when it comes to essential amino acids. When we look at soy meal now becomes the literal protein supplement for any animal feed and is seen as a higher source of protein in any livestock feed. Soybean meals are helping animals have a better overall growth, better development, a better amino acid profile, and also the protein digestibility is far better than grain-fed livestock or poultry. Now, this is exactly where Right to Protein has introduced India's first feed label, which is the soy-fed product label, so that consumers are able to identify the protein source of the poultry, what has gone into their product, and help them understand the protein quality of the product. Now, it's a very simple, easy to view, easy to quickly, easy to understand label that will empower consumers to pick up far higher quality of non-vegetarian products than others. So, and with this increased awareness in nutrition and health, I think this is a great move to up the ante on our protein intake and the understanding of protein quality in our diets. So with this, I congratulate all poultry partners to have taken the first step, have come on board this initiative. I congratulate the Right to Protein team to be really future ready and take this step ahead in bringing good quality diets, good quality food products to our table. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rashida, and thank you for those extremely insightful inputs, both of you, Rashida and Kavita. We're positive that the industry will be more accepting of the soy-fed product label to help consumers make more informed decisions. I would now like to hand over to Dr. Suresh Itapu to take forward a very interesting panel discussion. Over to you, Dr. Suresh.
Thank you, Chaitanya. Welcome, everyone. And first of all, I would like to congratulate Right to Protein Initiative taking this initiative of soy-fed label. And for the last 2 years, they have been doing a lot of work on the conducting protein paradox study and working with label blind to develop the protein labeling, protein score system. And as is mentioned by Kavita and Rashida, nutrition labels have been there for a very long time. But in the recent time, we see a lot of interest among the consumers, and they are noticing that. I attribute this more to the revolution in the retail industry. Now the consumers are very close to their their food product in a retail store, and where this packaging, the labeling will play a very, very important role, as it has been mentioned already. And this is definitely bring the manufacturers and the consumers closer. And the packaging is not just protecting the food, it is also communicating to the consumers about what is there in it and what ingredients have been used. So in this situation, I think this is a very, very right occasion. So with this, I would like to again I want to have a discussion with the panelists. And first of all, I would like to again ask Rashida, why do you think this change has taken place as far as this labeling, and then why do you think the soy-fed label will have an impact? Rashida?
Thank you, Dr. Suresh, for the question. There are two aspects to this. Number one is COVID being an absolute wake-up call for people, for you, for me. While the voice around food and the health implications was growing louder before COVID, the fact is that it has amplified and taken, literally taken us, woken us from our slumber. So now there is enough data that has, that is now kind of telling us that, yes, please wake up, take a literal grip on your health, and please be very careful about the kind of food you're eating, your health metrics, what you need to, your lifestyle, all of that. Now, key priority right now for India is pretty much like a nutrition battle that needs to be won for the population. The biggest issue right now is poor quality diets, where our emphasis has been on sugar, on carbohydrates, on fats, and very little attention being paid to protein. And there's a very urgent requirement of pivoting our meals, our food patterns, in fact, our food systems, from just the quantity of calories towards the quality of calories. I think that's where the focus, the impetus needs to be.
Yes.
Our over-reliance over the last few years on curative interventions like medicine and therapy, and not paying enough importance or attention to preventive healthcare, which comes in the form of good, nutritious food. I think that has cost us dearly, and now's the time to wake up. It's time to take complete control into what goes into our grocery baskets and the kind of food that we're eating. So definitely the need of the hour.
Thank you, Rashida. What do you think, Kavita, with this interest among the consumers on nutrition during unfortunate situation? I think it is very positive thing. People are actually now looking at nutrition as one of the most important things. What are your views on this?
Totally agree with Rashida. The pandemic has been, I feel, an equalizer of sorts, literally. It has affected everyone without bias. And frankly, if you ask me, the only good thing, really, I'm going to specify the only good thing that has come out of this absolutely devastating time is that the focus has now shifted squarely back on health. And that, I think, is a good thing. I hope the lesson sticks and we don't lose it as the time passes us by. Today, people are definitely more conscious of what they're eating, what they're putting on their plates. And as Rashida very, very rightly pointed out, protein has always been shortchanged in our diet, always, not just the pandemic. During the pandemic, its need got highlighted, which is again a good thing. But somehow, our diets, that means Indians, our diets has been lacking in protein, definitely in quantity, and nobody really understood the concept of quality till now. Now, of course, there's a big conversation going around it, and that is going to benefit everyone. So I feel the need of the hour is education. People need to be told about the importance of protein and the importance of the quality of protein. Both the conversations, must happen, must go side by side, because we know that both are equally important. Even if you're having enough, but the quality is not up to mark, it's not going to serve you at all. Animal products deliver complete protein. So most people depend on that. Non-vegetarians at least depend on that and think that they're managing to meet their needs. But the quality is always in question, So it's important, I feel, to educate people that, the livestock that they're consuming meets a few requirements. First, of course, high quality. It should be antibiotics and pesticides free to avoid ingesting toxins too, along with the protein, along with the goodness of the protein. And most importantly, one has to be really sure of the source. They must know. It has to go to this extent that the person buying the protein, the animal protein, livestock, poultry, fish, whatever, knows what feed has been fed the livestock, to really truly know the quality of protein that they are actually ingesting. Because this message just has to now pass on. And as that statistic shows, we are still not there, that what the poultry eats is what they eat eventually too. And this is where this label will really prove helpful, I feel. It is going to do the job very, very well in letting people know that they are getting the quality that they deserve. And because, like, as Rashida, I'm not going to repeat it, she's already very clearly and happily elucidated how important soy feed can be to make sure that the livestock is fed the right quality of protein with all essential amino acids. Soya is, in fact, not many people know that soya is one rare vegetarian protein source that has all essential amino acids. Otherwise, most vegetarian sources tend to miss out on some of the other essential amino acids. Plus, it's better digestible. And so it's a perfect feed for the poultry. So I think passing on the message that this connect is important, feed livestock and you, that's a direct line. And also to teach people to read the labels a little more carefully. Most people don't, unfortunately, even today. They just look at the calories. They need to start looking at this label a little more carefully, I feel.
Thank you, Kavita. I cannot agree more than that with you. So this is like a protein, as you have been mentioning, that like what we are what we eat. So similarly, for the animals also, it applies the same thing. It is what they eat, what we feed with them. So that in that situation, definitely the feed that going to these animals to provide protein for us is definitely has a lot of impact on our quality of protein or quality of nutrients we get. So with that, as you are talking about awareness, now let us go to Dr. Pawan Kumar, who has been working in the animal nutrition sector for, I think, more than 2 decades. He has been working. Pawan, why do you think this is the right time to start building awareness of feed? As your involvement in the feed industry and animal nutrition industry, do you think we are in the right direction, and is it the right time to start building the awareness what Kavita has been mentioned? Over to you, Pawan. I think you are on mute, Pawan.
Oh, sorry, I am sorry. I am
Yes.
audible?
Yes.
Thank you very much for this question, Dr. Suresh, and I would like to congratulate first Right to Protein platform to create and launch this soya feed label. As an animal feed nutritionist, I am really excited about it, and this is a great opportunity for the consumers to know how we are feeding their animal and how we are producing food for them. You know, after the launch of this label, the job of animal feed nutritionist become very important in this country. So this is a fact, really fact, that we are not only what we eat, we are also what is being fed to the food producing animals that are used to produce food for us. What are the food we get from animals are chicken meat, fish, egg, and milk. And all of them are very good sources of protein. And to get very good sources of protein, we really need to grow our animal with utmost care. If we want to produce very good quality food from animals, we have to feed them with utmost care. We need to feed them perfectly balanced feed using best quality ingredient for them. Just feeding them is not very important. The important is that we should feed them with best quality feed ingredient available in this country. You know, gentlemen, this field has done a lot of development, but the irony of situation is that our consumers are not informed about it. Actually, we do a very precise nutrition for our animals. See, as a human being, despite we have consultant nutritionists to us to help us know how much calorie, how much protein and water, or how much amino acid we should consume and how much vitamin and mineral we should consume. But we take our own decision and sometimes we consume whatever we like to eat. But the farmers who grow animal for us, they are in some kind of business. You know, if they will not give very precise nutrition to the animals, they will lose out in the business. So gentlemen, I want to inform the audience that we do very precise nutrition to the animals. And luckily, our scientists back in India have done a very good job of knowing the exact nutritional requirements, and that too animal wise and breed wise. So, you know, gentlemen, we all know that how much protein we have to feed, and going deep into that, we know exactly how much of lysine, how much of methionine, how much of threonine we have to feed to our animal in order to keep them healthy and in order to keep them growing at a good pace, so that our businesses also gives us sufficient profit, which we are expecting from our businesses. So let me congratulate today the farmers of this country who are doing very good job of giving very good feed to our animals, and nutritionists, various nutritionists like us, like me in this country, they are doing a very good job of doing very good feed formulation for our animals. You know, we are giving a very good balanced ration to the animals, and their feeds are formed into pelleted forms. And every pig is a balanced feed. If we go and see animal farms, then you will see that every pig, what an animal or what a bird picks up, will have all 13 vitamins into it, all 2 minerals, all 6 micro minerals, all 20 amino acids, all 10 essential amino acids perfectly balanced into it. So that way our farmers are doing very good job, and hats off to the scientists of this country who know that how much of protein, how much of amino acid, and in what combination, and what should be the energy and amino acid ratio for those rations are available in this country. So gentlemen, we are producing very, very healthy animals by giving a balanced feed in the form of by using very good quality raw material to provide best quality protein, best energy, best vitamins, and best minerals to our birds. And that is why they are growing in very good condition. When it comes to protein, what we are using in the form of protein for our animals and birds, believe me, I can assure you that at least to the birds or to the fishes, at least to these 2 species, we are providing soya in the maximum quantity in the rations to fulfill the protein requirement. We all know that soya is the best source of any vegetable protein. And let me tell you one more thing, that we are not using animal sources of protein in a ration of our animals nowadays. So we are absolutely depending on vegetable sources of protein to feed our animals. And among vegetable sources of protein, we all know that soya is best source of protein both for human being and animals. So we are using soya into the ration, and which is helping to grow animals in a perfect manner, in a very speedy manner, and it helps to keep them healthy. And naturally they will be healthy because we are fulfilling absolute protein requirement of those animals. We are not leaving any deficiency into that. So with this, let me come to one more point here, which I would like to share with the audience today, that we can do little intervention in the feed of the animal to produce designer milk, fish, meat, and eggs to meet very specific nutritional requirement of human being also. For an example, we are our nutritionists, and we are capable of enriching our chicken meat with vitamin E, selenium, vitamin C, like nutritional product to meet the requirement of the people. Suppose you have a requirement that our immunity should be boosted, and if we don't want to take anything else as a supplement to boost our immunity, we can enrich our chicken meat and egg with vitamin E, selenium, and vitamin C to boost the immunity of the consumers of the chicken. So gentlemen, I see that India is already using soya protein into its animal feed. The consumption of soya protein in animal feed is 6 million ton in this country, and consumption of soya protein into human food is 1.2 million ton. So you can imagine how our farmers are conscious about it. In this country, we are consuming 5 times more soya protein for animals than for human beings. So this emphasizes the seriousness of this protein into the animal feed. So I see that India is already consuming a lot of soya protein for animal feed. So this is the right time. I think this is the right time to launch this label. Soya feed label will provide an opportunity to all the consumers And through this Right to Protein platform, I'm sure informations will be available on the websites, where on the background of soya fed label, whatever practices we are following to grow our animals, that will be available for the viewers and consumers of the meat in this country. So I see you get a consolidated information at one platform where you can go and see how animals are produced in the country and how serious we are about producing protein for food for you in this country. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan. Yeah, with my little experience with the animal nutrition industry, I always feel like the way they take care of their nutrition, as Pawan mentioned, sometimes I feel like in one of these, in the feeding programs, which we do for the human beings, maybe we should adopt those technologies, those the formulations, feed formulations, the way they do, how to meet the nutrients. I really, it is amazing. Unfortunately, none of these consumers are aware of this, how carefully the farmer, whether it is a poultry farmer or an aquaculture farmer, actually takes interest in the nutrition for their animals to produce enough protein to the mankind. Pawan, I think this is really a right time for us to kind of take this message, how careful the industry in feeding the animals to provide the best quality nutrition. Now, I would like to discuss with Varun, who has been the industry leader. And Varun, what do you think the changes now we see in the industry? Do you think are we adopting the soy fed label voluntarily, do you think the industry should adopt it voluntarily, or do you think we should do something? What are your thoughts on the soy fed label, which you have taken a great initiative, being the leader and the first company to take this initiative? Please give us your thoughts on this particular aspect. Over to you, Varun.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh. Actually, it's a great honor to be a part of this panel. And what we see as an industry person, or as a brand that was working in the poultry industry, like Dr. Pawan has mentioned, our birds receive the best nutrition that's possible, and we are using the best technology that is available to produce poultry feed, where each pellet has all the nutrition that the bird requires, be it protein or carbohydrates, and everything is balanced. Generally, why do those birds need it? Actually, even humans also need such nutrition, but we have our mind which does a different thing. We feel like having cakes and all those. That is where we take a hit. The bird doesn't have a choice. It is dependent on the farmer to feed the bird. So that is where the difference is. Otherwise, we all also would have been like Greek gods if we actually follow what is being suggested by nutritionists. So that is the case with us as industrialists. Generally, feed labels have always been there, and but the awareness about them and all have increased in the recent past. If you take COVID has been a big eye-opener for the whole world, where people have started looking at the nutritional stats behind the pack. But more important than that, it is important that they understand how their product is made. Whatever they're consuming, I think they have to know how it's being made. If you observe generally over the last decade, there have been a lot of rumors around poultry or any livestock, this thing, be it milk or poultry or eggs. Whatever may be the case, it will be linked to chicken first. So that has been the case. That is only because people are not aware about how we are producing the birds. There are lakhs of farmers dependent on it. And it's not a hidden secret how we are producing the birds. So like Dr. Pawan said, our feed consists mainly of two major raw materials. The corn is our major energy source, and soya has always been our major protein source. These two are the major components which constitute about 65 to 70% of our total feed ingredients. So that's a communication that we as brands have been giving to our consumer. But on an individual level, it is tough to reach out to so many people. That's where initiatives like the Right to Protein will help us reach out to more consumers and make them aware that the product that they're using is has of high quality and is something that has not been compromised upon. So that's an important this thing, and we as industry leaders have to take this initiative. When something good is happening, we want to adapt to that and be a part of that whole revolution. And I'm hoping that this initiative will reach out to the majority of the population, and we will be successful in this venture.
Thank you, Varun. We should congratulate you and appreciate you for taking the initiative. I'm sure Sneha will have a lot of mileage from this. Not only Sneha, whoever adopts this will have a lot of mileage. And now quickly, I would like to again go back to Kavita on as far as consumers are concerned, how do you see the soy-fed label being helpful? Kavita, your thoughts on that? How it is going to help the consumers, this label?
Any label is a information tool, right? So till now, the labels that we have are very confusing, as Rashida mentioned right in the beginning, and I totally agree with her. Hardly anyone is able to, even as a nutritionist, it takes me a little time, to actually decipher what is mentioned there. So this label, I think, is very straightforward, and it's hitting the nail in the head in the sense that it's going to tell them whether the livestock that they're picking up has the quality protein that their body deserves or not straight away. Just by looking at the soy-fed label, they know it is good for them or bad for them. So it's a very straightforward label. I think it's going to do wonders. It's going to really help the consumer to quite an extent.
Okay.
That's why I said kudos to this initiative completely.
Okay. Thank you, Kavita. With that note, I would like to again invite Chaitanya to take over the stage and conduct the rest of it. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Over to you, Chaitanya.
Thank you very much to each one of you for having that lovely panel discussion. We have received a few questions from our audience. We will be taking the two of the most relevant questions. So I would request the panelists to please wait back. The first question is for you, Varun. How do protein products become soy-fed products?
So the label is a voluntary label. We as a brand are adopting it. They're forced by any government institution or anything. It's our way to communicate to the consumer. If I do it on an individual level, I might not be able to reach out to so many people. That is why we want to get onto this bandwagon. And both our brands, our flagship brand of Sneha Fresh Chicken and our new brand where we give out chilled chicken and frozen chicken, which is Sneha Select. Both these brands will carry the soy-fed label on the front of the package so that it is easy for the consumer to understand what has gone into their food and how we've done it. And I think with our operations, and in fact, the importance of soybean is so much in our diet that we have our own soy solvent extraction plant in Maharashtra. So we produce the own soya DOC. We buy the raw seeds from the farmers. We crush them and use the DOC in our poultry diets. So such communication and all can be understood once they see the label on the pack. And that is, I think, very important in this time.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Varun, for leading by example. I hope and I'm sure that many other, others will start following and adapt the soy-fed label. All right. The second question is for you, Dr. Suresh. Will I see the soy-fed product label if I buy live poultry or meat or fish?
I'm sure, definitely, I think it is going to be appear on the packaged meat products, whether it is poultry, eggs, or livestock, and fish, and maybe another non-vegetarian ready-to-cook or ready-to-eat products. I'm sure it is going to be there. And as we have been discussing, soy is the ultimate protein source, and this is also one of the most environmentally safe protein. Nowadays, there is a lot of interest on the or environment consciousness. People would like to provide enough protein to people. We are going to be 10 billion population to meet the protein. This is where soy can play a very important role. And soy being, even though it being a vegetarian protein, definitely this is going to provide all the essential amino acids and all those things what Pavan has mentioned. So once the consumers understand, definitely this is going to be a big success, and it's definitely going to be on the packaged products. I'm sure Right to Protein initiative will be working on helping regular market sellers or retailers to include soy fruit product label at the point of sales or at the retail outlets, definitely in the due course of time. I'm very positive about that. And if any one of the participants, or whether they are in the animal protein production industry or related to this, definitely they can reach to, I think Right to Protein initiative can help in adopting this label, and maybe they can interact with them so that will help us taking this label to the consumers and making the consumers aware about the benefit of an animal fed on soy protein, is how it is going to help them. As we have been discussing, like what we eat. Similarly, the animal is what we are fed to. So that is how it is. Definitely, I'm 100% sure this is going to be there on the labels. As Rashida mentioned, people are now becoming a lot of awareness about the labels, which we have seen. The retail industry is growing. The modern retail segment that will definitely boost the soy fed label and improve the confidence of the consumers. I'm sure that we are in the right direction. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, we are in the right direction. So thank you very much, Dr. Suresh, and to all our panelists for that enlightening and informative discussion, and for answering those questions with utmost sincerity. I'm definitely going to be looking at the label on food packages more carefully from now on when I go out to buy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the most important part of the evening that we all have been waiting for. The moment why we all have virtually gathered here this evening. We present to you the launch of the soy-fed product label. This launch is going to happen through a video. I am very excited. Let's take a look.
The COVID-19 pandemic has made us refocus our attention to good nutrition. A healthy diet plays an important role in maintaining our health and immunity. The food we put in our bodies directly affects the way we feel and the way our bodies function. And so the saying goes, we are what we eat. A good diet consists of carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, and most importantly, protein. As one of the most essential nutrients, protein helps us stay healthy and fit by building muscle, maintaining weight, speeding recovery, and boosting immunity. In a country like India, there are plenty of plant-based and animal-based sources of protein for both vegetarians and non-vegetarians. However, for non-vegetarians, it is undeniable that meat, dairy, poultry, and fish are great sources of high-quality protein. But just like us humans, animals also rely on food for their nutrition. And so the food they consume directly affects our health. Many studies have shown that the nutrients in livestock, poultry, and fish products can vary depending on what they eat. The way animals are fed have a major effect on the nutrition component of the foods they produce. Soy, one of the richest sources of plant-based protein for humans, especially vegetarians, has also long been regarded as a high-quality feed ingredient for poultry, livestock, and aquaculture food regimes. The high protein and fiber content in soy makes it easily digestible, aids in growth and development, and helps animals function better. It also increases their immunity to various diseases. Right now, you must be scratching your head thinking, but how would I know what my food is being fed? Easy. Right to Protein, a nationwide public health initiative, has introduced India's first feed label for animal protein products. The label will help you pick packaged poultry, meat, and fish that is fed with soy. Next time you're at a store, just look for the soy-fed label on the packaging before dropping it in your shopping cart. The simple act of choosing food items for your next meal can be a profound experience when you realize how the health of the food you eat affects your own wellness. Let's take a pledge to choose only soy-fed animal protein products. For more ideas on how to enrich your diet with proteins, head over to www.righttoprotein.com.
Absolutely. So that was the soy-fed product label, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a virtual round of applause. And we are indeed what we eat. Now that we know how the soy-fed product label will be used, let's invite or re-invite the CEO of the first company in India that has adapted the soy-fed label on their packages to say a few words. Please join me in welcoming Varun Reddy, CEO of Sneha Farms. Varun, could you please share your initial thoughts on the label and what made you decide to add this label to your new products?
Well, the label looks great. It's very easy to communicate through that. And the industry has been looking for something like this where we can communicate easily to the consumer. And we are going to start off using this label on all our packaged products. Our brand, which is Sneha Select, where we do chilled products, both raw and marinated. We're getting into frozen, ready-to-cook products like burger patties, chicken nuggets, and all those. All these packs will be having the soy-fed label. And like the video says, all the consumers would start looking at the label and dropping them into their carts nowadays. Thank you, Chaitanya.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts, Varun. I'm sure we can't wait to try your new products once they hit the market. Just before we conclude the event, we have a short video on the support we have received from our label, for our label, from top Indian chefs. And they have also created some delicious chicken recipes using soy-fed chicken from Sneha Farms. Well, you definitely want to make a note of these recipes. Let's take a look.
और एक बड़ी ज़रूरी बात करते हैं, बात है प्रोटीन की। कहने को हमारे शरीर के बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स हैं और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मैक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट है प्रोटीन, लेकिन सबसे इग्नोर्ड पार्ट होता है हमारी डाइट का। आज ये जो हाई प्रोटीन quesadilla मैं बना रहा हूँ, इसको बनाने का मकसद ये था ताकि आपको सोए फेड लेबल जो है उसके बारे में आपको बता पाऊँ। देखिए, हम जो खा रहे हैं वो हमारा हिस्सा बन रहा है, लेकिन हम अगर नॉन वेजिटेरियन हैं तो what is our feed being fed is also very important for us, right? इसलिए सोए फेड लेबल एक वॉलंटरी लेबल शुरू हुआ है। अगर आप की पोल्ट्री या लाइफ स्टॉक को सोए फीड दी जा रही है, जो कि अपने आप में हाई क्वालिटी फीड है, और ये प्रूव हो चुका है कि सोए फीड से ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट अच्छा होता है, क्वालिटी ऑफ प्रोटीन अच्छा होता है, तो आप अश्योर हो जाते हैं कि योर पोल्ट्री इज बीन फेड द राइट थिंग। इसलिए पैकेट को पलटिए और वो सोए फेड लेबल को देखिए, थोड़ी हैबिट बनाइए पैकेट को पलटने की, और ये जो सोए फेड लेबल है अगर आप देखते हैं तो एक अश्योरेंस ले लीजिए कि आप हाई क्वालिटी मीट या पोल्ट्री कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं। दैट्स द लेबल एंड दिस इज मी रणवीर बरार एंड आई होप आपको अपने 1 मिनट में पूरी वैल्यू मिल गई हो।
अब ये जो चिकन है ना, ये सोया फेड प्रोडक्ट है। अब आप पूछेंगे कि सोया फेड प्रोडक्ट क्या है? सोया फेड प्रोडक्ट का मतलब ये है कि प्राइमरी सोर्स ऑफ प्रोटीन चिकन की फीड में सोयाबीन मील है। अब आप पूछेंगे कि सोया फेड प्रोडक्ट्स में ऐसी क्या बात है? सोया फेड प्रोडक्ट्स हैव बेटर न्यूट्रिशन प्रोफाइल बिकॉज ऑफ सुपीरियर अमाइनो एसिड्स एंड अमाइनो एसिड डाइजेस्टिबिलिटी ऑफ सोयाबीन मील। तो अब आप पूछेंगे कि ये हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये जो चिकन आप मार्केट से खरीदते हैं ये सोया फेड प्रोडक्ट है? बड़ा सिंपल है जी, यहाँ पे आपको एक लेबल में कोने में ये सोया फेड प्रोडक्ट दिखेगा। अब ये जो है ये ब्रांड्स के लिए वॉलंटरी है, ठीक है जी। अगर आपके पास फार्म है फॉर एग्जांपल और आपके प्रोडक्ट का प्राइमरी सोर्स जो है वो सोयाबीन मील है, तो आप ये ले सकते हैं। और इंडियन सिटीजन्स को क्या फ़ायदा है? हमारे को फ़ायदा ये है कि आपको पता है कि जो आप चिकन खा रहे हैं वो प्रोटीन रिच चिकन खा रहे हैं, है ना मज़े वाली बात।
तो बेसिकली चिकन जब ये हाई क्वालिटी प्रोटीन कंज्यूम करते हैं उससे हमें ये हाई क्वालिटी प्रोटीन वाला चिकन मिलता है। तो अब हमें कैसा पता चलेगा कि जो चिकन हम कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं उसे क्या फीड दी गई है? तो जब भी आप कोई भी प्रोडक्ट मार्केट से खरीदते हैं तो आप उसके ऊपर न्यूट्रिशन लेबल्स और कई सारे डिस्क्लेमर्स होते हैं वो ज़रूर पढ़ें। और जब भी आप कोई प्रोटीन रिच फूड्स खरीद रहे हैं तो उसके प्रोटीन सोर्स और प्रोटीन कंटेंट के बारे में ज़रूर पढ़ें, दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। और सोया फेड चिकन जो होता है उसमें हाई क्वालिटी प्रोटीन होता है। और राइट टू प्रोटीन एक ऐसा पब्लिक इनिशिएटिव है जिससे अब पोल्ट्री पैकेज फूड्स की पैकेजिंग के ऊपर एक सोया फेड लेबल होगा, जिससे आपको पता चलेगा कि आप जो चिकन कंज्यूम कर रहे हो वो सोया फेड है या नहीं। तो जब भी आप ऐसे कोई प्रोडक्ट्स अब से मार्केट में जाके खरीदोगे तो आप इंश्योर करो कि आप ये न्यूट्रिशन लेबल्स और डिस्क्लेमर्स ज़रूर पढ़ें। तो
And now, those lovely recipes, bhai, dekh ke hi muh mein pani aa gaya. So now as we come to the end of this event, I would like to call out to our poultry, fish or meat brands who wish to adapt the soy fed product label, and to consumers who want to know more about soy fed. Let's all take a pledge to switch to soy fed products. Please feel free to contact Right to Protein or visit us at righttoprotein.com. As you can see, all the addresses and handles on your screen. You can also find us across social media with the handle Right to Protein. You can also click the button on the top left of your screen to download information about the soy fed label. Thank you once again to all our speakers for your time, and to each one of you, our audience, for joining us today for the unveiling of India's first voluntary feed label. I'm your host Chaitanya Rathi signing off. Goodbye, stay safe, stay healthy, and know your labels.